right, thank you.
Good job, Betty. Yes, Mr. Coach, you have to get me in this family. All right.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Jerry Hirsch, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. It's my pleasure to lead us through this ceremony this morning. Please remain standing and join David A. Keller, a candidate for the JD degree, in the section
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mr. Keller. Please be seated. Please turn off all cell phones and pagers if you have not already done so. We have members of our Board of Trustees present. Would they please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Another group worthy of our applause would the members of the faculty, staff, and administration please rise so we can thank you for your efforts. Graduates, how about standing, turning around, and giving a round of applause to all of your family and friends who helped you to reach this day. Please be seated. Mr. Kevin S. Delbridge, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Western New England College, will now deliver greetings. Mr. Delbridge.
Thank you, Dr. Hirsch. So today is Saturday, May 21st, 2011. I'm sure that this date has been highlighted in your calendars for quite some time, and it wouldn't surprise me if you updated your Facebook status to say, I am graduating today. And if you haven't, you probably do so shortly after this ceremony. You know, over the past few weeks, I've read a few articles about how today, May 21st, is supposed to be Judgment Day, the end of the world. And how ironic, law school commencement and Judgment Day. However, I don't think that's supposed to take place until 6 p.m. East Coast time later today. So, we have most of the day remaining. However, we shouldn't tempt fate, and we ought to move through this ceremony as scheduled. I'm not too concerned. I Googled it. I don't think it's going to happen. But no matter what happens today, this will be a big day in your lives. This is your graduation day. Years from now, I'm sure you'll think back, and it'll be enjoyable for you to take in the special date and moment. And it's important for you to take in the special date and moment. And as you just did, standing, pausing, and just thinking about what this day means to you. It also means thanking the people who made this day possible through their support and sacrifice. Your parents, your grandparents, perhaps for some of you, your spouse and children, or maybe a mentor or a professor. Take a close look at their faces, and you can see how proud they are of what you've accomplished and what you will accomplish. However, you should be especially proud of your achievements today. This is your day of recognition. This is your day of celebration. It's certainly a day of thanks and relaxation. And when we make it through the rest of the program, this will be the day that you receive your law degree. Several years ago, you made a wise decision by selecting the School of Law at Western New England College. And the law school thanks you for your trust. You've experienced firsthand our outstanding faculty, the school's living and learning environment, and the support of your fellow students. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Western New England, I'd like to welcome distinguished guests, the graduates, and their family and friends to this great celebration. I'd also like to convey the Board's deepest wishes for your future success and future achievements. And we look forward to you remaining an active part of the School of Law. As you continue your careers, remember that you are ambassadors of not only yourself and your family, but also of Western New England. As new graduates, you'll join thousands of alumni that exhibit honesty, integrity, and professional competence that characterizes Western New England College. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Delphi. Dr. Anthony Caprio, President of Western New England College, will now deliver some remarks. Dr. Caprio.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I extend my welcome to you, all our guests, the platform party, honoree, and commencement speaker, the Honorable Michael Ponzer, relatives, friends of graduates, and most importantly, our graduates here today. Today we recognize and we honor 148 of you being awarded the Juris Doctor, the JD degree. We will also bestow upon 34 of you the Master of Laws degree, the LLM, in Estate Planning and Elder Law. And this morning, 2 students will be presented the Master of Business Administration, the MBA degree, from the college's School of Business, concurrently with the JD from the School of Law. Graduates, like your predecessors, you have public responsibilities to undertake and a commitment to making this a more just and civilized society for all of us to live in together. The law is, after all, a set of reasonable rules for governing society, providing guidelines for fairness and common sense. You can help make this society honest, fair, and decent. You have learned here how to make a living and how to make a life, and of course, how to make a difference. Find joy and passion in your work. Use the law to enrich yourself in ways that go well beyond the dollar. Through the knowledge of the law that you have acquired here, you can uphold the rule of law, ensure that the fair administration of justice prevails, defend the rights and liberties of all, those you love, you know, and those you want to protect, as well as your fellow citizens who are less powerful, less educated, and simply not as fortunate as you have been. You control what you do and how you do it. You determine how you undertake your work and to what greater good and purpose you dedicate yourself. You have acquired the precious tools, making your calling fulfilling, stimulating, satisfying, and one that is not solely self-centered or self-serving. At the conclusion of our commencement exercises here today, including the one for the law school and this afternoon for over 600 undergraduate students, the college will have awarded 900 bachelor's, master's, doctoral, and law degrees. You'll be joining what will become today over 41,000 alumni of Western New England worldwide, including over 7,000 alumni of the School of Law. As we look back at the college's and at its law school's important past, from its simple beginnings in 1919, just a few blocks away from here in downtown Springfield, as the Springfield Division of Northeastern University, as we look back to its emergence in 1951 as Western New England College, and as we review our 60-year history since 1951, we look toward our future with pride and with enthusiasm. Our history has been vibrant, our story dynamic. So much wonderful has occurred on our campus. Excellent teaching by hundreds of dedicated faculty, men and women. 41,000 students served by committed and caring staff. So many fine graduates in law, business, arts and sciences, engineering, and soon pharmacy, whose ranks you join today. Our current campus started out with only 34 acres. Now there are 215. At the time of the original land purchase in 1956, we were referred to as the Miracle on Wilbraham Road. Miracle, perhaps, because folks looked with wonderment at the simple white sign which read, "Future Home of Western New England College," starting afresh, building a brand new college way out there on the eastern border of the city of Springfield. You, law graduates, have been a vital part of this evolving miracle. And just last month, on April 8th, we were awarded university status after 60 years of growing and comprehensive program offering and being a prosperous college. As of July 1 this year, you will be alumni of Western New England University School of Law. The history of this great institution demonstrates that ours is a special calling and that a unique and a remarkable legacy has been entrusted to us all. You as graduates have actually witnessed and lived the growth of our institution on a daily basis, and you have helped us make this university what it is today, and I thank you for that. I'm proud to have you as alumni of Western New England University, and we are all proud of you and your families for having achieved the degree which you will be awarded today. To each and every one of you, I say congratulations and best wishes. To the parents, spouses, and family members of our graduates, I offer a sincere expression of gratitude for all you have done to support these graduates during their studies at the law school. And those of you who will be preparing for a bar exam in July, prepare diligently. But don't forget, you have every reason to feel confident because you have studied here, because you have learned how to think and to reason in the realm of the law. And I'm confident that your futures will continue to be bright, fruitful, prosperous. Share your future with us. Stay in touch. You are a permanent part of the School of Law and of the entire university. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Caprio. Dean Art Gaudio will now deliver some remarks and introduce a candidate for an honorary degree. Dean Gaudio.
I want to start by adding my congratulations to the graduates. Graduates, you've spent 3 or 4 years of your lives in the law school's classrooms, the library, the courtroom, study areas, and the court cafe. And I know that because I was there with some of you. You've invested a lot of effort into getting to this day. It is truly and rightfully a proud moment in your lives. Congratulations to you from me and from the entire faculty of the School of Law. This is also a proud moment for your families and friends who are gathered with you here today. It's the fulfillment of their dreams, their wishes, and perhaps even some of their prayers for your success. So again, from all of us, the faculty of the School of Law, thank you to them. I'd like to take just a few moments to make one last request of the graduates as they go out from the halls of the law school. In a word, that request is leadership. Our legal system is an asset in which you have invested a significant part of your life's labor. As of this morning, each of you will own that asset, and in a few moments we'll give you the document of title. It's called a diploma. How the legal system fares, and indeed how America fares, will depend on how you use that asset and provide leadership to help it grow. While you were in law school, you were educated and trained in the skills of the legal profession. You learned how to be an advocate. You learned how to present a case before a jury. You learned how to draft a contract. Now I ask you to use those and all the other skills that you learned and become leaders in our profession and in your communities, whether they are large or small, local or national. Use your leadership to nurture and improve our profession and our society. Don't just draw down on a non-growth asset. Be proactive in our legal system and improve it, add to it. Don't be afraid to tell a judge or tell a legislator when a law needs to be fixed and why it needs to be fixed. On the other hand, be a leader in protecting it from the slings and arrows that are often hurled at it. Work together with colleagues in bar associations and other professional groups to find out what needs to be corrected. Make a difference. Invest in the future of our legal system. You will be proud of what you're doing, and our legal system, and indeed our country, will be the better for it. During your careers, you will use the power of your diploma and use it generously. There will be clients who will pay you for your services, and indeed, they'll pay you well. However, there will be clients who can't afford to pay, but nonetheless need your help. Be a professional. Please be generous. As the saying goes, you can do good at the same time that you do well. Some of you may know, but maybe some of you don't, that the faculty just earlier this month voted to make a requirement for graduation that all law students perform pro bono work. As part of that proposal, they also agreed to make the same requirement of themselves. I ask you, as an alum, to join in a Western New England effort to assure that everyone has access to legal services. A truly great attorney is not only a leader within the legal system, but is also a leader among the people and within the government that it serves. There are homeless people who need to be helped, and not all of that help is legal. There are children who need assistance, and not all of that assistance is legal. And I'm sure there are even bridges and city streets that need to be repaired, and a legal brief may not be may not provide the answer. Sometimes your help may be direct, such as volunteering at a local food pantry. In many cases, it may be more indirect, such as speaking out on social and economic issues that face your community. The needs that need to be addressed are limitless, but your skills and your leadership are equally unlimited and up to the task of solving them. Use your skills to provide leadership in our legal system, our communities, and our society so that you can pass on an enhanced version to the next generation of graduates and leaders from Western New England who will do the same. Thank you. May I ask Judge Ponser, President Caprio, and Chairman Delbridge to come to the podium. Michael A. Ponser. 17 years ago, you were appointed by President Bill Clinton to serve as the United States District Judge in the U.S. District Court in Springfield, where you have presided over civil and criminal cases in the region, impacting the judicial landscape and garnering respect from all sides. A native of Chicago, you studied in Massachusetts, receiving your BA degree, magna cum laude, from Harvard University in 1969. You then earned the master's degree from Pembroke College, Oxford University, as a Rhodes Scholar. You received your law degree from Yale Law School in 1975 and then clerked for the Honorable Joseph L. Taro in the United States District Court for the District of Massachusetts. Following your clerkship, you practiced predominantly criminal defense at the law firm of Homans, Hamilton, and Lamson in Boston, and later general civil and criminal litigation at your own firm, Brown, Hart, and Ponser in Amherst. In 1984, you were appointed a United States Magistrate Judge, where you were grateful to have the friendship and tutelage of those whom you call some of the best judges who ever lived. Assisting the distinguished U.S. District Judge Frank Friedman, who brought Western Massachusetts its first federal court and served as its first full-time judge in Springfield, you learned, as you have said, that along with technical legal skills, it takes special sensitivity to the life of our community in Western Massachusetts to make the United States District Court of the Western Section the powerful force for good that it has become. Over the years, you have held a deep affinity for and understanding of the unique attributes of our region. In 1994, United States Senators Ted Kennedy and John Kerry recommended you to President Bill Clinton for the federal bench. You were one of 5 appointees out of 100 chosen for spots in Massachusetts, and expressed gratitude that as the judge appointed to the Western Massachusetts Court, you were indeed a person of Western Massachusetts. You led a busy court, your caseload typically involving hundreds of civil and criminal cases pending at any given time. You have served on 3 judicial conference committees: the Committee on the Administration of the Magistrate Judge System, the Committee on the Budget, and currently as the chair of the Committee on Space and Facilities. In that capacity, you recently testified before Congress on the importance of having adequate and appropriate courtroom space in order to positively administer justice in a safe environment. Last year, you announced your plans to retire and seek senior status in August 2011. In response to your announcement, Massachusetts Senator John Kerry commented that you are a terrific public servant who has served with distinction. In your almost 3 decades on the bench, you have been highly respected and very well regarded by all. Your eloquence, your compassion, and your fairness have become defining attributes.
For your sincere efforts to carry out justice with compassion and equity, for your enthusiastic dedication and service to the citizens of Western Massachusetts, I confer upon you, by the authority vested in me by the Charter and by the Board of Trustees, the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
Thank you, Dean Caprio and Dean Gaudio and President Caprio for your very, very kind words. It is so conventional to begin remarks of this sort with thanks that there is a risk that the real sentiment will get lost. But in addition to my sincere thanks for Dr. Caprio and Dean Gaudio, I must also express my true and deep gratitude to the University Board of Trustees for bestowing this honorary degree on me today. It means a tremendous amount to me, in a sense, to become a graduate of this school and join all of you who are graduating today. And it is quite humbling. In fact, I can't help remembering the observation of the wonderful comedian Jack Benny when he was being similarly honored. He stated that he had trouble believing that he deserved the recognition, but that he also had a terrible cold, and he didn't deserve that either. So we take the good with the bad, and this moment is for me very, very good. For nearly 20 years, I was privileged to teach as an adjunct professor at this School of Law, acquiring a deep respect for the high quality of the teaching here and a great fondness for the students and the faculty. This is a very special place and a very special community. It combines warm, vital, supportive learning with a demanding, top-notch legal curriculum. The law school's graduates now occupy the highest echelons of the bar and the judiciary, not only in Western Massachusetts, but throughout the country. You, graduates, are entering this rich current of talent, and I congratulate you all on today's milestone in your legal careers. In the next few minutes, I want to offer an exhortation to you, something to keep in mind as you set out. I give it to you as a modest graduation gift from a proud mentor. Here it is. Commit yourself to preserving, protecting, and advocating for a strong legal system. Never allow yourself to become cynical about that. An independent judiciary marks the boundary between tyranny and a free people. No question about it. That tyranny may come from a dictatorial government or from private gangs and anarchy, but it is the boundary between a free people and tyranny. As citizens, we all have an obligation to support this system, but as practitioners, it will be your duty, and that duty will be especially compelling. By legal system, I mean something very simple. It means a system of law that is accessible to all and that applies the same rules to everyone who enters it objectively, regardless of what group they happen to belong to or what resources that they have. It is easy, dangerously easy, to take our legal system for granted. But what we have in our country is extremely precious and extremely rare, both in our contemporary world and throughout the history of humanity. Some years ago, this point was brought home to me powerfully. I had the pleasure to speak at a law school in Vilnius, Lithuania. The students were rather like our graduates today, hardworking, earnest, intelligent young people. After I finished my presentation, one young man raised his hand and said in a firm but respectful tone that he simply did not believe that I did not take bribes to decide cases. He knew it, he said. He knew I would never admit it, but he wanted me to know the truth. Wanted me to know he knew the truth. I can reveal in the privacy of this auditorium towards the end of my career as an active judge that I really don't take bribes. And although I know there are rare, pathetic exceptions from time to time in the United States, it is inconceivable to me that any of the hundreds of colleagues I personally know in state or federal court would ever be dishonest in this or in any other way. I, of course, told the Lithuanian law student just that. I do not know if he believed me. But the tragic point is that this young, idealistic, westernized man just entering, like you all, on his legal career could not believe that a legal system could really be honest and fair. Although Lithuania was by that time independent, for many years the dominance of the Soviet Union and the system of so-called telephone justice, whereby a party leader would call in to dictate the results of cases to the judges, had made the notion of an independent court system simply beyond the boundaries of his imagination. And the even sadder truth is that for a majority of the inhabitants of our planet today, and for most of humanity's history, a truly fair system of justice is and has been equally inconceivable. Keep in mind that when I say our system is fair and objective, I'm not suggesting it is perfect or without flaws. Part of your duty as attorneys during your professional lives will be to remove or ameliorate as many of our system's defects as possible. As a judge, I can tell you that it's not always easy to locate the right decision, no matter how hard or how sincerely you are trying. I'm reminded of my experience of when my children were younger as a Little League umpire, the toughest judicial position I can tell you I have ever occupied. On one occasion, the batter was up, the pitcher delivered the ball, and as it came towards the plate, the batter started to swing at it and then pulled his bat back at the last minute. I call a strike. And the batter looked back at me and asked, "Hey, was that a strike because I swung at it? Or because I didn't swing at it and the ball was over the plate?" I replied to him, "Well, it was a little bit of both. It was a law professor's dream. The ruling was clear, but the logic was a little shaky." Deciding cases is hard. You make mistakes. But the honesty of the effort counts for everything. I believe that the most profound and positive effect that a fair legal system has are in the cases that are never brought. It cannot, of course, be measured, but I believe that an enormous amount of dangerous mischief in our society never happens, simply because courts exist to respond if it should happen. Anyone who doubts this should read Jack Goldsmith's book, The Terror Presidency, Law and Judgment Inside the Bush Administration, which provides an inside account of the last administration's great sensitivity to what the courts would do as they developed their response to the 9/11 attacks. We may disagree or agree with some of the policies that ultimately emerged, but try letting yourselves imagine what could have happened with no courts or with a supine judiciary. This may be political heresy, but I believe that an honest, vigorous, independent legal system does more to protect freedom even than a system of elected democracy. Of course, it's almost impossible to conceive of an independent legal system surviving anywhere except in a democracy. But if I had to choose between living in a country that, on the one hand, was not democratic, some hypothetical monarchy or oligarchy without an elected system, but which had a firmly established independent judiciary, and on the other hand, a representative democracy where the dominant faction following an election had the power to dictate to the courts, I should fear more for my freedom in the second regime than the first. We should not assume that an independent judiciary is inevitable or that it can survive without constant attention. Not far south of our borders, we're told that judges regularly face the choice of silver, i.e. a bribe, or lead, i.e. a bullet. Even in the United States, decisions that limit access to the courts or create virtually insurmountable technical barriers to the courtroom can unfairly hamstring litigants. Ill-considered mandatory minimum criminal sentences enacted by legislatures box judges in, forcing criminal sentences far harsher than needed. Shrinking budgets handicap courts with insufficient staff and inadequate security. The threat to the system will always be there, and it will be your job as attorneys in the coming generation, as it has been for attorneys coming before, to speak up loudly and persistently on behalf of an independent judiciary, a fragile but essential protector of our liberty. To coin a phrase, it takes a village to make a system of justice. Welcome to the village. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge Ponce. Ms. Marinelle Law, President of the Student Bar Association and a candidate for the JD degree, will now introduce the student speaker. Ms. Law.
Thank you, Dr. Hirsch. Our student speaker has worked hard to take advantage of every opportunity in law school. A brief list of her accomplishments include working in the admissions office, giving tours, answering questions to incoming students, and working as the housing coordinator, helping students find suitable housing in Springfield, which may not always be easy. She served on the Student Bar Association and on the admissions committee, and she got onto law review. She was a research assistant for 2 different professors. She participated in a small business clinic, was on the transactional lawyering moot court team, and while on law review, she was selected as symposium editor. Her note is being published in the upcoming issue of the Western New England College Law Review. And it served as the premise for a constitutional law final last year. But perhaps most impressively, it has sparked many colorful conversations. If you get a chance, ask her for the title. This spring, she and her teammate took first place in the National Transactional Lawyering Meet, and for the last 3 years, her golf team has dominated the annual golf tournament. I am very proud to introduce our speaker, my best friend and LSW, Julie McKenna.
Good morning, Board of Trustees, Judge Ponzer, President Catherine, Dean Gaudio, faculty, staff, alumni, friends, family, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. The last time we were all together like this, we were in Rivers for our first year orientation. Sometimes it feels like it's been 10 years, but also like it was only yesterday. 10 years because I am sure that all we were assigned to read really should be stretched out over that period of time. But yesterday, because even as I stand here, I can remember the first day of orientation like it only just happened. I feel like it was only last weekend that we all met up as scared incoming law students at the Northampton Brewery, Sophia's, and my personal favorite, Forest Park, for a picnic. It was August, and not one of us knew entirely what to expect from the next few years. We knew 2 things. 1, our section number, and 2, that there were these things called outlines that we have to do. So 6 semesters later, here we are. As I sat down to write this commencement speech, I did what any good graduation speaker does. I Googled the phrase, inspirational quotes plus graduation. After searching for a while for that one perfect quote to leave you with, my classmates, my future colleagues, I found nothing. They felt old and tired, much like we all did after finals. I then thought back to my undergraduate commencement speech in which we were lectured on how it's okay to fail and how failure is when we learn the most, etc., etc. But I'm speaking before a room full of future lawyers, and I'm certain no one wants to think about that particular F word, at least until after November and these little things called bar results come out. So I decided that I refuse to stand in front of you and inform you once again that necessity is the mother of invention. I thought to myself, then what is the message that I want to give you, my fellow graduates? And as we have done so often in law school, I said, it depends. Did I want to try and be funny, sentimental, serious, a mix? And then as I sat on my couch, it hit me. Layers. Now you might be saying, excuse me? Well, you see, I was sitting on the couch and I was cold. The room I was in was freezing, so I moved into a warmer room, but that room was too hot. And it was after I got up to move to a third room that I was reminded of WNEC law. I was in the same house, and yet each room I went into was a different temperature. And this is how I came up with layers. When we walk across the stage in a few minutes, we will be law school graduates. We will have our JDs. In a few months, we will all pass the bar, and we will be lawyers. But I think it is important to remember that we are all individually more than a JD and a bar license, and we are all together more than the class of 2011. In law school, we were more than just law students. We were sisters, brothers, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, partners, sons, daughters, mothers, and fathers. And when we have our degree and license, we will still be all of those things. We were presidents, vice presidents, secretaries, and treasurers of organizations. We were SBA reps. We were members of law review. We were teams on the dodgeball and the basketball court and the golf course. We were members of moot courts and trial teams. We were never just law students, and we are never going to be just lawyers. Layers. We all have layers. And each of those layers taken in total creates who we are. We are entering a profession where it is incredibly easy to let one layer, being an attorney, become the biggest layer, and therefore the biggest part of who we are. But it is important to remember that without the other layers, that family layer, the friend layer, that spiritual layer, the attorney layer has been dead. I guarantee, and I believe this could qualify as an express warranty, and I will therefore have each one of you sign a document in which I disclaim the express warranty I'm about to state. I guarantee that if you nurture the other layers, you will be a much better attorney. It's the other layers that fuel the passion we have for the law and will serve as a reminder of why we wanted to be a lawyer in the first place. This transcends all types of law practice. You could have a passion for prosecution or defense, for transactional law, environmental law, public interest, or any other numerous areas available to you. The important part is that we allow the other layers who make us who we are to remain. The passion that we have for the practice of law is not going to come from working 14, 15, 16, 17-hour days. It's going to fuel us. But if we start to neglect the people and the activities that gave us that passion in the first place, that fuel is going to run out. I challenge each of you, not necessarily right at this moment, but at some time in the very near future, to sit and think about why you applied to law school and why you stayed when it got tougher than you imagined it could ever be. For some of you, your thoughts are going to take you to an experience before law school. For others, it will be a moment in the classroom, a case, an observation, something in the courtroom, something that reaffirmed for you why you decided to be a lawyer. Similarly, think long and hard about what activities and people make you most happy. My real challenge to us is to ensure that we never let one get in the way of the other, but rather allow each one to support and complement the other. Challenge yourself to not let one layer become so large that your happiness is overtaken with billable hours and opening statements. Our legal careers are going to have ups and downs. It's inevitable. Therefore, if we only have that one layer, we lose the ability to adapt. When it's too cold, we have nothing to add, and when it's too hot, we have nothing to remove. Our success as lawyers will build and grow due to what we draw from all the other aspects of our lives. So in closing, enjoy today. You deserve it. Make sure you take the time to appreciate those people and experiences that have helped you make it to this point. Go out, be awesome, and work hard. Congratulations, Western New England College School of Law, class of 2011, and good luck.
Julie, thank you so much. That was inspirational and wonderful to hear. Mr. Chairman, the Provost College and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the Master of Laws in Estate Planning and Elder Law, and to declare you entitled to all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining to this degree. As evidence that you have fulfilled all the requirements for the LLM degree, I grant you the diploma of Western New England College School of Law.
Dean Art Gaudio will present the degrees, assisted by Deans William Childs and Michael Johnson.
Good morning and congratulations. In order that the names of all candidates may be clearly heard, I ask the audience to withhold any applause until all persons have received their diplomas. The following candidates are receiving the Master of Laws degree in Estate Planning and Elder Law. Allison Margaret Bartlett O'Donnell. Rebecca J. Bragg. Alice DeSorbo Callahan. Marie Therese Halsey. Aslan Helena Garcia Negron. James Carl Jones. Anne Starkey LaMonica. Iris Sue Diamond Linson. Johanna McCormick. Mitchka Bassman Ortiz. Dione Marie Perez Gilbert. Guillermo Samuel Trevino.
Will the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree and for the Juris Doctor Master of Business Administration degrees please rise? President Caprio, I have the honor to present the candidates who have completed all requirements for the Juris Doctor degree and those who have also completed all requirements for the Master of Business Administration degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Juris Doctor with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. And by the same authority, I confer the degree Master of Business Administration upon the candidates who have completed the joint JD MBA degree option, also with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to this degree.
Dean Art Gaudio will present the JD degrees and Dean Julie Siciliano will present the MBA degrees.
Dana Marie Adamic. Lori Margaret Allaire. Osvaldo Almodovar. Bradley David Andrews. Katrina Victoria Anut. Daniel Mark Baker. Rachel Lauren Barmack. Kelly Ann Barrett. William John Berry III. Samantha Ashley Benediva. Jessica Lynn Benton. Cecilia Francis Lee Berman. Anthony Frank Bertucci. Christopher Francis Borbeau. Jonathan F. Bullwinkle. Todd Douglas Cagley. Gregory James Cartier. Jennifer Lee Cava. Christy Chavario. Mary Catherine Clark. Veronica Lucille Coletti. David Paul Ortiz. Julie Lynn Datris. Chad H. Dowman. Juan Enrique Davila. David DeFriest. Marissa Ann Delmaro. Lakota Robin Denton, cum laude. Rebecca Anna Dubois. Carrie Lee Domzalski. David Alexander DeGray. James Day Duquette.
Yay! Yay!
Adelia Lisa Durrett.
Wave to the crowd now.
Nicole Lee Emmons. Brian D. Evans. Nancy Jane Farrell. Laura Rosamond Flowers. Christopher Ryan Vogelstrom, cum laude. Christy Ann Fornalby. Robin Elise Gallagher, summa cum laude. Casey Thomas Gardner. Mary Francisca Gazaniga. Ryan Bracco Casey, cum laude. Alexander John Blum. Jessica Ann Gordon. Alana Marie Gavani. Christopher Edward Grasso. Devin Willard Grierson, cum laude. Caitlin Christine Hall. Byron Robert Hartshorn. Matthew Allen Herman. Teresa Ann Hobbs. Whitney Aaron Polibok. Amelia Janine Holston, cum laude. Stephen Lawrence Holstrom, cum laude. Lauren Jessica Honigman. Nicholas John Corgan. Anna Asra Hossein. Richard M. Cairo. David Adam Keller. Kimberly Kimone Kirkland. Michael Gillis Kohler. Jeffrey Sean Corman. Lauren Judith Langone. Marin Lee Law. Robert John Lawson, cum laude. Kelsey L. Lipscomb. Melissa K. Long. Scott Stephen Loomis, cum laude. Allison Elaine McKenney, cum laude. Allison Nicole Maher, cum laude. Stephanie Lynn Malakowski. Erica Lauren Vanderbilt. Nicole Lynn Manini. Michael P. Marsha. Courtney J. Martin. Mariel Joy Cornblith Martin. Vanessa Martinez. Aka Dolores Mason. Isaac James Moss, cum laude. Lindsay Ann McDonald. Jennifer Lynn McElroy. Julie Danielle McKenna, cum laude. Carrie Ann McNamara. Peter Robert Meggers. Elizabeth L. Miller. Lindsay Marie Mitson. Joseph Thomas Moen. Jonathan Frederick Moore. Amanda Jane Nicole Morris. Alexandra Nicole Niezapatowski. Stephanie Marie O'Neill, cum laude. Jared Joseph Olinsky, magna cum laude. Matthew Dante Paradisi. Karen Lee Lynn Peabody. cum laude. Mary Edith Melnick Penne, cum laude. Christy Perjica. Erin Elizabeth Pezzo. Jonathan Andrew Porio. Jason B. Poitras. Michael Masakra Prasad, cum laude. Leah Diane Pratt. Robert Michael Preziosi, Shalmi Rajan. Sanjeev Nanval Richinghoni. Thomas Raymond Reedy. Joseph Thomas Ristow. Kelly Ann Robbins. Matthew L. Rollins. Gerald Joseph Roman. Rachel Rothman. Carolyn M. Ryan. Amelia Lee Sales. Courtney Elizabeth Sands. Peter Anthony Santos. Sarah Ann Sharp. Marina Lorraine Shrengos, magna cum laude. Benjamin G. Scott. Jason Stephen Selmont, cum laude. Ravi Shah. Sumera Sultana Sheikh. Sean Michael Sheehan. Imran Arif Siddiqui.
Woo! Yeah!
Stephanie Ann Silvis. Amanda Louise Slattery. William Rowan Snow. Joseph William Souza. Shannon Marie Spratt. Leanne H. Steinberg. Melanie Haslip Stevens. Zachary Middleton Stevens. Elizabeth Ann Sullivan. Elizabeth Ann Sweeney. Malcolm Pico Thomas. Kathleen Marie Tonkovich. Stephanie Kristen Toronto. Robert Clinton Georgi. Markesha Jarte Turner. Sarah Ellen Walker. Sandra Lee Ward, magna cum laude. Cara Ann Whalen. Erin Elizabeth Wilson. Danielle Ann Wisnowski. Stephen M. Whitbrook. Danielle Aubrey Wolfenden. Brian Russell Wood. D. Wu. Dr. Julie Siciliano, Dean of the School of Business, will present the degree to the MBA recipients. In conjunction with receiving the JD degree, the following candidates will receive the degree of Master of Business Administration. Dana Marie Adamek. Peter Robert Meggers.
Congratulations, you've done it. A round of applause for everyone. McKean, a member of the Board of the Law Alumni Association and a member of the Law Class of 2005. We'll now welcome the new members of the Law Alumni Association. Mr. McKean.
Thank you. Good morning, alumni. Boy, you all look great in black and purple, I have to tell you. I understand I am in the most precarious position on the stage. I am the only person standing between all of you and brunch. My wife and I graduated in 2005. When I told her I'd be speaking to you this morning, she looked at me and said, "Didn't alums speak at our graduation?" In preparing this speech, I read a blog post on law school's commencement speeches that said, and I quote, "Remember, people, when giving a commencement speech, just stick to the well-worn paths. Commencement speakers are like umpires. People only notice them if they royally screw up." With present company on the stage accepted, the author is right. Commencement speeches are either bad or unmemorable. This morning I'm striving for unmemorable. With acknowledging my position between you and brunch, and I have my lofty goal of being unmemorable. I'm going to keep this short. I have 3 things to say to you. First, and most importantly, congratulations. You've done something great. Enjoy today, enjoy every second, embrace right now. You will remember this day for the rest of your life. Studying for the bar exam can wait until Monday. Second, on behalf of all Western New England School of Law alumni, I welcome you to the family. We're everywhere. We're FBI SWAT, corporate lawyers, in-house counsel, child advocates, legislative counsel, entrepreneurs, assistant attorney generals, public defenders, and prosecutors. And those are just people that I graduated with. As you leave here today, know that you are following in the footsteps of many who embody the best of our profession. And third, don't wait to, as Julie said, add the alumni layer to your life. For 2 reasons. 1, it's rewarding, and 2, it's good for your career. Volunteer to judge moot court, attend seminars at the law school, mentor a student, meet other alumni, and keep in contact with professors. Those things will inspire you. I hope that you find being involved as rewarding and beneficial as I have. Today is one of the great days of your life, and I'm honored to share a small and hopefully unmemorable part of it with you. With that, I'm going to stick to the well-worn path and urge you to go forward and be great. Congratulations.
Actually, one more person. As Dean of the School of Law, I have the special privilege of presenting a number of awards to members of the graduating class of 2011. These awards recognize extraordinary achievements by several of our graduates. I should add they are in addition to a number of other awards that were previously presented to these graduates last month at our annual awards ceremony. The first award is actually a new award we have this year. It's the CADIC Foundation Award. The Connecticut Attorneys Title Insurance Company, more commonly known as CADIC, was established in 1965. It was founded to assist attorneys involved in real estate transactions and to provide the highest value to home buyers and homeowners. CADIC has also been highly involved in providing students in our real estate practicum with experiential learning. It also provides financial support to nonprofit entities engaged in legal education, public service law, and other charitable endeavors. The CADIC Award recognizes a student for outstanding academic achievement in real property courses taken during his or her matriculation at Western New England. The recipient of the CADIC Award is Allison McKenna. The Edward F. McBride Award. The family of one of our graduates, Edward F. McBride, established this award several years ago. His family desired to honor him by establishing an award in his name. This award recognizes the achievements of a student who has, over the course of the student's academic career, made the greatest advances from his or her first year to the last year of law school. This year, the recipient of the Edward F. McBride Award is Aaron Pezza. The James C. Faison Multicultural Leadership Award. This award is named in honor of Mr. Faison for his service to the Western Massachusetts legal community. Mr. Faison was a 1983 graduate of the School of Law and served for 14 years as a clerk magistrate of the Northampton Division of the New Hampshire County District Court. The award is given to recognize a graduating senior whose service to the law school community provided leadership in promoting awareness and celebration of our racial and ethnic diversity. The recipient is selected by a committee of law faculty and administrators. This year's recipient served as the past president of the Black Law Students Association and was a member of the Frederick Douglass Moot Court team. The recipient was a student liaison with the Connecticut Bar Association and a Student Bar Association representative. She served on the Academic Standards and Honor Code committees and volunteered for 3 years in our alternative spring break efforts. This year's recipient is Kimberly Kirkland. The Abraham Smith Award. This award is given for academic achievement in those fields of law that lie within the jurisdiction of the probate court. It was that court over which Judge Smith presided for many, many years. Judge Smith was both a respected jurist and an admired member of our part-time faculty. This award was created by his family and friends in his name. It is awarded to a graduate who has achieved distinction in probate-related subjects during his or her academic career. This year, the recipient is Robin Gallagher. The National Association of Women Lawyers Award. Each year, the National Association of Women Lawyers asks our faculty select a person among our graduating seniors whom we believe best exemplifies the personal and professional qualities that assure a career characterized not only by professional excellence, but also by professional leadership. The recipient of the award this year came to us with a history of academic excellence from Wake Forest University as an ACC Academic Honor Roll recipient. While at Western New England, she served as a representative on the Student Bar Association in multiple capacities. She has also served as a member of the Admissions and Orientations Committee. She served as the Symposium Editor of the Western New England Law Review and was one member of the team that was awarded first place in the National Transactional Lawyer Meet in Philadelphia. This year's recipient is Julie McKenna. The Edward B. Cooley Award. This award was created by the Honorable Sidney M. Cooley and his wife, Mrs. Ann Cooley, to recognize excellence in the study of labor law. It was named in honor of Judge Cooley's brother, Edward B. Cooley. Edward Cooley was born and schooled in Springfield and went to the Wharton School of Business. He attended and in 1937 graduated from Northeastern University, Springfield School of Law, the predecessor to Western New England University School of Law. He established an outstanding reputation as a labor law attorney and was a pillar of integrity in the legal community. In 1946, he co-founded the law firm of Cooley & Cooley, now known as Cooley Schrader. He died in 1998. The award is given to a graduating student who has the highest achievements in labor law. This year's recipient is Lakota Bennett. The Dean's Award. Most decisions at the School of Law are made collegially. For many years, however, an award has been reserved solely to the discretion of the Dean. Before making my choice, I reflect on the contributions made by many individuals in the graduating class to the life and culture of the law school. It is always difficult to make this decision. However, this year there was an exceptional individual who stood out within this graduating class. This year's recipient has been very involved in the School of Law community in many ways. But as president of the Federalist Society, he volunteered countless hours to the presentation of programs and debates in the law school common. It is through his efforts that his fellow students were engaged by dynamic speakers on major legal and social issues of the day. The programs were informative, enriching, and sometimes even controversial, but they were always well done. In addition, I might add, the students were always well fed. The recipient also found time to compete as the other member of our team who won the National Transactional Lawyer Meet in Philadelphia. All of this on top of raising a family of four children. The entire school has benefited from his unwavering commitment. This year's Dean's Award goes to Isaac Moss. The Norman Prance Award. Our final award is the Norman Prance Award. We consider it the highest award that we bestow. Professor Norman Prance was one of the most respected and admired members of our law school faculty. He was respected and loved by his students and by his faculty and administrative colleagues alike. When his teaching career was abruptly cut short by illness, the faculty of the School of Law established the Norman Prance Award in his honor. The recipient of the Prance Award is chosen by the school's entire full-time faculty and is awarded to that member of the graduating class who, in terms of grade point average, classroom participation, and extracurricular academic activities, best reflects the educational and professional qualities exemplified by Professor Prance. This year's recipient is a summa cum laude graduate. She was lauded by faculty for her outstanding academic and classroom contributions. She served as a senior articles editor for the Western New England Law Review, as a member of the First Amendment Moot Court team, as an Associate Chief Justice of the Moot Court Board, and was an Oliver Wendell Holmes Scholarship recipient. The recipient of the Norman Granson Award is Robin Gallagher. As we end this ceremony, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Law and the administration and the trustees of Western New England University, may I extend our best wishes to you, the graduates, for your future, both professionally and personally. To paraphrase an old Irish farewell that seems so fitting at commencement, when we each go our separate ways. May the sun always shine upon your face. May the wind always be at your back. And may the road always rise up softly to meet your feet. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you.
The reception will immediately follow this ceremony in the grand ballroom of the Sheraton. Please rise now and remain standing while Grand Marshal Baker, the platform party, and the graduates recess. Thank you for coming.